But an excellent day for a podcast is not for the weak of heart. It contains explicit language, roller coaster-like tangents, and the occasional breakout into song. All opinions expressed are just that, opinions, and belong solely to those who speak them. Listener discretion is advised. Spoilers ahead.
If you're gonna fart, if you squeeze cheese, let me know, okay? I'll hit the fan.
Welcome to Squeezing the Cheese, a tribute to the cheesy side of horror. Here are your hosts, Danny C. and David.
Hit the fan.
Welcome back to part 2 of episode 1 of Squeezing the Cheese. Kelli, Mallroney.
We're back. We're back for more. Hey now.
So, now we move on to 2 years later.
Another Kelli Mallroney classic?
May or may not take place in a mall. And just so happens it may or may not be the same mall that our sisters were in the previous movie. What are we talking about, Daniel?
Wait a minute. It's not. It was the same mall that was used the night of the comet?
So apparently, and I'm drawing a blank on it, it started with an S. Apparently the owner of said mall was a huge movie fan. So anytime someone wanted to shoot a movie in a mall, he was just like, come on down. Apparently it was this also the same mall from Fast Times.
Sherman Oaks Galleria.
Sherman Oaks, that's it. So Fast Times, also featuring our girl Kelli.
Her first movie.
Terminator 2. They used them all. Apparently there
Commando,
were...
right?
Yeah, Commando. Apparently there were like a couple dozen movies shot in this mall. And I think they said the most recent one was, for some reason, 2011's ringing a bell. And then I think it's just that it shut down kind of like most malls and just became more of just a regular shopping center as opposed to the full mall experience.
Wow.
But yeah, now we're talking about the 1986 classic, Shopping Mall.
Which was originally titled Killbots.
Yes. And apparently before that, I think the original working title was just called Robots.
Yeah. Which
is about as bland as you can get. Killbots is definitely the more appropriate title.
I never understood that. As a kid growing up, the fucking artwork on the VHS box of Shopping Mall with the hand, with the bag like sticking out, is phenomenal. I mean, it's one of the top
you got
VHS
the head
covers.
Peeping through.
The head peeping through the bag. It draws you in. I mean, I remember renting this movie based off the VHS cover. I think we covered this when we went over top VHS covers of all time for us. But Shopping Mall,
it's the poster and the name, as much as I love them both, are so misleading.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, even more so the name is why I eventually rented it and watched it. And yeah, because that title does leave implications of being a slasher.
Right.
And when I saw this, it was at a time where I wanted to consume as many slashers as I could. Granted, it was still good for what it was, but nah, it's basically if you took Short Circuit and wanted to make a horror movie out of it.
And Short Circuit came out the year before, prior to this release.
Was it?
Yeah.
I forget the exact year, but okay, sounds about right. I know it was about mid-'80s.
So Short Circuit came out. That was the fun-loving, lightning strikes, and one of the robots goes...
It makes them semi-sentient,
yeah,
but more so just makes them into sadistic.
He's a free-loving robot.
But I guess that's the problem. It was, whereas he individually got struck, so maybe that's why it was playful. Whereas in this case, the entire control hub for all the robots got hit. So maybe that's what it is. When it's a collective, it makes them murderous.
So you got a shopping mall They got a brand new security system that's about to go online, where robots will be the security for the mall during its off hours.
Yeah, our good friend Angus Scrim. And in the presentation for these bots, and how the creator was explaining how 1 week from now is going to be the debut, the test run for these robots. Yeah, Mr. Angus Scrim asks them about, I think he was the one that asked. I just felt an excuse to shoehorn his cameo in this movie, and it really is.
And if you don't know who Agnes is, he's a tall man in Phantasm.
See, now seeing this, all the shots here of the stores and all, I just want to hear a story about Cousin Walter. Yes, now we have Chopping Mall playing on the TV.
Yes.
So lots of squirrels and shiny objects for us to look at.
And Susie Slater.
No, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
And we didn't. I almost feel like she should have came up in the kill bracket.
Yeah, I mean, when you go back and think about our kill bracket that we had for last
not that
March
JC would have
Madness,
let it, beat out a similar kill, and I can't say he's completely wrong about that. So anyhow, yeah, during the Q&A in this presentation, somebody was asking about killing criminals and burglars and shit. And they specifically say that, no, they neutralize. They
it's
don't
enough to stun them.
They don't kill them.
Yeah.
They basically tase them, and then I guess
it calls authorities.
Yeah, they radio into the network to bring the cops down. So they make a good point of saying these are not programmed to kill, and they're completely foolproof. There's no way anything could ever go wrong.
Well, this movie is Kelli Mallroney's. This is her leading role. Right?
And yeah, with her sidekick Babs Crampton.
Oh, Barbara Crampton.
So yeah, this is another one. It's
this had to be filmed around when Reanimator was filmed, or right around there, because I feel like,
I mean, they're a year apart, the movies.
Yeah,
so.
and I know that there were some timing differences on how they released this movie as Killbots, and then came back later on and released it as Chopping Mall, right? And they edited it, took some of the
I think they said they took about 15 minutes out of it, and I'm kind of glad, because I'd be curious to see what they cut out, but I get the sense it would have just been a lot of like filler, maybe attempts to build the characters that don't really need it more.
Right.
So yeah, this is about 75, 77 minutes.
It's a short film. It's not really a long film, so.
And yeah, I don't think it needed to be any longer. Like I said, despite being curious to see what footage was cut out of it, but I'm glad they did what they did, because I feel like even another 5 minutes and it would have maybe felt kind of dragging a little bit.
I mean, when I went back and rewatched it recently, I think I got some of that effect. Like, yeah, I mean, I saw this when I was a teenager, when I rented it from the video store. So I definitely remember it. I remember Barbara Crampton and Susie Slater more than anything, and fucking Mike Brennan.
All four of them,
and Mike Brennan with that fucking chewing gum and
which, by the time this comes out, as we established with Lauren Alina, is a major trigger point for me.
Yeah.
Making him the most hateable character in this. Shit, what was I looking for?
The director, Jim Wynorski. Yeah, he went on to do a lot of porn, adult films in his career.
Parody porn, I guess.
Oh, a lot of them. Well, he did a lot.
I just heard today at work, I was listening, again, trying to see if there's any fun facts I could pick up on and all. Yeah, he did a lot of... I'm trying to remember the names of them, but he took like some Oscar-winning movies and made porn versions of them.
Right.
Like, I think one was like the breasts of Eastwick or something like that. It was oh man.
Bigfoot or Bust. Attack of the 50-Foot Cam Girl. Sexy Nurses.
Legend of the Naked Ghost.
Shark Babes.
Shark Kansas.
Scared Topless.
Or Shark and Saul, I'm guessing, maybe. Women's Prison Massacre. Yeah.
Sexapade.
Yeah, what was it? I heard a couple of these names.
Piranaconda.
Eat your heart out, Sharknado.
Camel Spiders.
Busty Cops and the Jewel of Denial.
Yeah. Busty Cops go to Hawaiian.
Oh yeah, the Devil Wears Nada.
The hills have thighs.
Cleavage Field. House on Hooter Hill. The Breastford
Wives. Yeah. Busty Cops 2. Bear Wench. The final chapter. With the Witches of Brestwick. Yeah, I mean his film career is quite the adventure.
Yeah. I think I might want to check some of this out, because it sounds like it.
The Bear Wench Project 3: Nymphs of Mystery Mountain. I'm assuming the Escort 3 instead of. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, my man's working. He
And Ghoulies 4. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean obviously for and Munchies, Munchie.
Oh, just one munchie.
Yeah.
I guess to get it out of the way, so as we were talking about before, where Kelli eked out Nightmare on Elm Street Scream Queen, have you heard that she beat out, well, not beat out, I guess kind of won by default,
For this role?
Allison? Beat out a Friday the 13th alum, apparently Dana Kimmel.
Oh.
Going back to con stuff of Scream Queens we've met.
Okay.
But
recently met.
Apparently she was given the role, and the part I found funny about it was she ended up, I don't know if she turned it down or if she was in and then backed out of it, but because she was opposed to the nudity part of it. Now I don't know if it's because there was nudity in the movie, because Allison didn't get naked.
Allison didn't, but
maybe
she was already in Friday the 13th Part 3, which already had nudity.
So I'm not quite, like I said, maybe originally Allison was supposed to get naked or something, but yeah, she ended up backing out, so Kelli ended up taking the role.
Okay.
And again,
I did not know that.
Totally fine with that. But yeah, so yeah, the movie opens up with
demonstration of the robots.
With as I heard someone else reference, knockoff Michael Bain, or however you pronounce it, but from the original Terminator movie. Yeah, he's breaking into a mall, and then the robot comes out, chases him down, tases him, knocks him out, and it turns out this is all, the video presentation for these new security robots. So yeah, they do the whole Q&A again, going to, what could possibly go wrong? Then they show the control booth. I guess that's in the mall for, where
security is.
Yeah, to, again, what controls these robots, I guess, or what activates them, or whatever you want to call it. All of a sudden, you see the radio tower on top of the building get struck by lightning 3 times. I guess one for each. Yeah, things kind of go south from there. Eventually, the guy working the control booth gets taken out by Protector 1. Yeah,
even go back to when they were doing a demonstration, people were asking questions. You got Mary Warnov.
Oh yeah,
right. She was in Night of the Comet. She played Dr.
White,
which was funny because you just saw her.
And then you got, I'm drawing a blank, but what's his name? Shit.
Paul Bartel.
Oh yeah, as her husband, very very racist gentleman. During the demonstration,
they're going back. They're trying to compare the fucking the robots, right? They're making comments about them. They all fucking look the same.
Now these are 3 identical. Like I said, they almost look evil in a sense. Very very simplistic. Whatever aesthetics to these robots, but they have this, because I think they said, again, tight budget. I think this one was about 800,000.
Yeah, it was about 800.
So what they pulled off with these robots, actually looks really good. And from what I heard, I think they said there were 5 total. You had a couple that were remote control, and then you had a couple that they just pulled around on wires or something. Pepperoni. Oh. Yeah, like I said, they have a kind of a tank-like look about them.
They got the bottom conveyor.
Yeah, the tank track,
the track,
wheel
the
thing.
wheel, yeah, from Short Circuit.
But you have the same. Like I said, these are 3 identical robots, and you got this couple sitting there at the demonstration. The one was, I forget what she said about him, but he was just like, I don't know. The one in the middle has, what was it, an unpleasantly ethnic look about it. It was like, what the fuck, dude?
They kind of, she said it reminds me of the Three Stooges or something.
Oh, yeah. And, which is funny, because in Short Circuit, they became the Three Stooges momentarily.
Right.
But yeah, and then there was another comment. They went back to him again, and she said something like, "Oh, maybe we can get them to secure the store." And he was just like, "Yeah, to keep out, those people we don't want. We don't want, or no, at our restaurant." He's like,
the ones that we don't want.
Yeah, to keep the undesirables out or something like. It was like, dude, what the fuck?
Right.
I'm assuming that restaurant is no longer open for business. But yeah, so then they go back to establishing our 8 friends, and of course you have the 4 girls, the 4 guys.
Some work in the mall, some don't. Some are traveling in.
So you got Kelli Mallroney and Barbara Crampton. They work at, I guess, one of the
pizza joints in the mall.
Yeah, one of the restaurants in the mall. They're all talking about the big party they're going to have that night. You know, you got the guys that are just 80s, teenage.
working the furniture store.
Or I guess 20-somethings, yeah. Did one of them work there? I missed that part.
I think all three of them worked at the furniture store, except for the one that drove in with the other girl.
But yeah, the whole plan was, you know, when the mall closed up, they were going to go party in the furniture store. I mean, I like the idea, and again, it feels like another, not even just in horror, but I feel like it was relatively common in the 80s of, oh yeah,
Barbara Crampton nude?
We're going to crash, well, that too. Not as much as Linnea, but just a whole like, yeah, we're going to go into the mall after hours and we're going to party, man. I got my dad's keys to get in, and
I'm bringing shit like that. You bringing the beer, I'm bringing the beer, man.
Yeah. But again, it was a fun trope that worked, and it wasn't cookie cutter. You know, it was a common thing, but it's not like it always, like this was definitely different because they get in there. So yeah, Allison and Ferdy apparently are the single ones, and you know,
they're the nerds.
I guess, yeah, the nerdy types. They're not good with members of the opposite sex, I guess. So the guys, you know, obviously Ferdy's their friend, and we got this girl we're gonna hook you up with. Meanwhile, you got Barbara Crampton, like with Kelly. With Kelly there, and saying like, oh yeah, he's, you know, kept saying like, oh, he's a nice guy, and yeah, I think you guys will hit it all. So the four of them get together in the furniture store, and I understand it's, you know, it's technically all one room, but it was almost like they found a cluster of like neighboring beds.
And they were in a furniture store, Dave.
But it's just like you couldn't hit the bed in the back corner. Like they're all fucking like within like 5 feet of one another, all the couples.
I mean,
and then you got
you
Allison.
Didn't do that growing up. I mean, come on, Dave. What's wrong with you?
Nah, only the cool guys of my friends would just do it in front of everyone else. Granted, it's a single store in a mall, but like I said, how about you skip 1 or 2 beds, and like, how about you go in this back corner here, you go over in that guy. No, they were like, it might as well have just been a flat out like just orgy.
Oh, pretty much.
But then, yeah, you got Allison and Ferdy. They're just hanging out on the sofa. There's a TV in the store, and they were watching, the hell was it called? Something, the Crabmen or something? A Roger Corman movie.
A Roger Corman movie. This is a Roger Corman movie, right?
Yes, he and his wife both produced this, and it sounds like they both had a heavy hand in making the magic that this movie was. But yeah, they didn't beat around the bush.
Attack of the Crab Monsters.
Yeah, that's it. I knew it had something to do with
a Roger Corman
crabs.
film, yeah.
Yep. So yeah, they're hanging out watching that. Yeah, and then you kick off. So it's in this window where the mall's closed, but the cleaning crew's still there. So they didn't go to full lockdown on the mall. But technically it's after hours. The robots are on patrol. And then you got Dick Miller, the wonderful, late, great
Dick Miller.
Dick Miller playing, which I think I also heard the character he was playing. Was it Walter? He was playing the same character as a previous Corman movie.
Right.
So... You know, and the same thing with the Blarts in the beginning. Apparently, they were playing characters
that they previously did for a Corman movie.
Yeah. So yeah, it's again they that fucking gum with that wannabe Nicholson grin.
It's Tom Cruise with the Nicholson grin, and Susie Slater.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a wonderful thing. You got Dick Miller cleaning up the mess.
Dick Miller from the Great Gremlins. I always remember
that as well. Gremlins,
and
it's Japanese.
The Burbs.
Yeah, I forgot he was. So yeah, that was one of the things also in the presentation. We're gonna keep dropping back to that because I don't know, because we keep forgetting things. They mentioned like, how do they know the difference between
you got to show them your badge
and intruder and all
badge,
that, and
man.
yeah, they had their little QR code, or I'm sorry, a barcode on their IDs that the robot scanned. So I forget if it was. I'm assuming it was Protector 1, but 1, 2, or 3 come up to him, and he was just having none of it, and they were like, "Show us your identification," and.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah, he flashes his badge, and apparently it wasn't. I guess the little lightning strike there didn't maybe distort
electrocution.
That.
Yeah, so Dick Miller gets
immediately throws what looks like a fishing line and just lands in the puddle next to him, and he's like, "Oh, you know, you
zapped
stupid
the shit." Yeah.
Yep, and one of the greatest electrocutions in a movie ever.
Dick had every right. He was pissed off. This fucking robot comes out of nowhere, almost knocks over the.
He's cleaning up after these damn
bucket
kids.
Of water.
Yeah,
these goddamn kids
spilled the dirty water.
And then here comes the fucking robot to see what's going on. Right? I don't need your bullshit.
Johnny .5.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the big thing, because these killer robots are polite, and you know, working in a mall and all. Yeah. Pretty much every time they take someone out, it's just thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Which, again, I keep drawing a blank, but apparently the director voiced the robots. So
all 3 of them? Wow.
Yeah, he did 3 voices in this one movie while directing.
the kids are fooling around.
Yeah, they're goofing off.
Yeah.
So
They end up banging out, doing what they got to do, and then hey, I need you to go get some cigarettes. So you remember the cigarette machines back in the day?
Yeah.
You put the fucking coins in, and then you got the pull lever. And they used to drop
I love
down.
this. Yeah, so that's the scene we have on the TV now, and it's just so funny because I remember those days. But he's looking at the machine. He's like $1.80.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I remember when I was a child before they enforced carding, or maybe they changed the rule. I don't remember. All I know is being very young, possibly late single digits, and Mom handed me $2 and telling me to walk up to the 5 and dime there to grab 2 packs of cigarettes for her. And yeah, one day around maybe 10 years old, they were like, "Do you have ID?" And I was like looking at the lady like, "Do you really think that I'm even going to try to pretend to be of age? You know damn well who this is for."
It's like Clerks.
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't 4, but I was definitely in the vicinity of half the age I should have been to be buying cigarettes. But they weren't for me.
Right.
So
They were from Ma. Hey, Ma.
I didn't smoke Virginia Slim Menthol Ultralights.
Oh, that was both our moms.
Yeah, see? Oh, that Dr. Seuss paid off. I was able to pronounce that in the store. So,
Virginia Slim Menthol Lights.
Ultralights.
2
packs, soft pack. But yeah, I remember she'd hand me $2 or $3 and I would get her 2 packs of cigarettes. So it sounds funny now watching this and be like, $1.80, but those vending machines upcharge the shit out of it. So, but yeah, so you got a girl here and she's like, "I need cigarettes," and he's like, "They're bad for your health." She's like, "I think there's the machine over by the phone." It was like,
I'll take the.
Apparently,
I smoke Virgin Lights.
it's like, "Oh, I need cigarettes." "Oh, well, they're bad for you." "Yeah, but they're just over there." Well, that doesn't change the fact that they're bad for you.
Do you realize why he went to go get him, right? He was just coming back for more action. That's all.
Well, yeah, I mean, she did wave the vagina voodoo in his face, like, "You want a round 2?" It's hard to believe this guy shot porn at some point with an angle like that. But and yeah, that was the other one too. What was it? Babs with her boyfriend there. They're making out on the one sofa, and he's just like, "Babe, you smell like pepperoni."
Yeah.
And she gets up and she's like, "All right, fine." And she gets up just to walk to the foreground of the shot. And she's like, "Okay, well, let's see him, fine, whatever, like that." And he's like, "You didn't let me finish. You smell like pepperoni." I love pepperoni. And her standing unnecessarily close to the camera, like in the foreground.
Right.
And she was just like, "Oh, well, since you put it that way," then takes her top off
Right.
and then jumps on top of him.
Right.
Again, it's hard to believe where this guy's career went.
It's cheese.
Yeah,
It's
it was uncomfortably bad, that line.
Yeah, but I mean, not too far after, we did get one of the best head explosion shots in a horror movie.
Definitely way underrated.
Yeah.
Because even though this movie has enough of a cult following that you still at a bare minimum hear some whispers, some references to it, but I rarely hear about the head explosion, to the point where when I rewatched this, I completely forgot about it. I remembered the burning scene, but I forgot about the head explosion.
Oh, you mean the Crispy Crampton?
Yeah, the Crispy Crampton. The Babsicue.
The Babsicue. Yeah, I mean,
wasn't that that Irish movie with that really annoying kid?
Yeah.
The Babsicue.
That's Joe T's favorite.
But
yeah, I mean, you get to the point where Mike and his fucking gum chewing, irritating.
And he's just chewing away for 5 minutes.
He goes
as he's trying to decide whether or not to pay $1.80 for a pack of cigarettes at a vending machine.
Yeah. And then he picks up the phone. He's like, "No, Jerome," or something like.
Oh, yeah.
"No, Jerome. There's no messages for you." And he hangs up the phone because it was ringing in the background.
And it's weird because maybe it's
Payphones.
because I'm old and sometimes try to think responsibly. But they're at a mall at a time where they're not supposed to be there.
And the phone rings.
Why would you answer it? Because
why not?
What if it's somebody? Because again,
come on, Dave.
Something in the '80s, especially if you work at a mall or at least are affiliated with it in any way. Chances are it's a small enough town where everyone knows. So it may not be your mom or dad calling, but chances are like, "Oh yeah, is that you? Oh my God, like how your folks do?" Like I feel like.
I mean, you worked at a skating rink growing up, right?
Yeah, but I was old.
You had the payphones, and then the payphone rings. You used to pick it up and be like, "Hey, what's up? Who are you looking for?" And then you used to like pass it down the line. "Hey, do you know who so and so is?"
No, I never answered the payphone.
Come on. Those were fun times.
Although
man.
chances are, anytime I was in the lobby and the phone rang, chances are there was somebody waiting for a call anyway. Yeah, and that was the pager days for me. So that was the only time I used it.
Yeah,
I'd have friends call me up and
They used to page
or
you.
they would beat me, and then I'd have to call them back on the payphone because I'd like to think I moved up a little bit in that place, but not enough to, let me use the corporate phone to call my buddy back about the party later on.
Well, Mike and his irritating gunmen are getting fucked up by the robots.
Yes.
After Dick Miller gets fucked up and electrocuted. So
yeah, our first kill of the the final 8 here, and
the kids fucking around in the furniture store.
The 20-something kids.
Yeah, and then
so his girl comes out.
Susie Slater playing Leslie comes out. One knows where he's at. Where's with the cigarettes?
Wants to know where the hell her cigarettes and her boyfriend is. Finds him with his throat slit by these robots that absolutely would not never kill anybody. So she goes running back to the rest of the group, and then yes, we have our highly underrated head explosion. Because
the laser they shoot out.
The freaking we got
it's
robots.
The robots with freaking laser beams.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't get that because they didn't mention that in the beginning, did they? That they shot lasers? I know they were talking about all this other like almost mechanical tech that would
No, they had weapons that would shoot out the front that would immobilize.
But I feel like unless that was just something that came from the lightning, but I don't remember references to freaking laser beams coming out of their
I don't recall
hit
either.
the car eyes.
But the laser beams are so campy. I mean, it's like Night of the Comet.
Lightning storm,
lightning strike,
comet storm,
yeah, comet storm coming. It was worse than that, and it's just like shooting, and it's like they get a first shot.
And again, I get that this is low budget, but I feel like being almost a decade later, it couldn't have been more on par with like blaster bolts from Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like the cost of that tech would have come down enough, not like these. I mean, it was a slightly digitized version of like a Roman candle shooting out of their eyes with their pew pew noises.
Right, but this was like they got the bright. This is like bright pink and blue, like laser shots.
Yeah, and I heard. Actually, I think it was on the way here. Yeah, I was still researching. I thought that is the most awkward walk ever. But yeah, I heard that there was like a significance to the colors. Like maybe one was a kill shot, one was a stun shot, the other one. I don't know, made you poop your pants or something. It was like the brown note laser. but yeah, I heard that there was supposed to be some significance to the different colored lasers, but I didn't catch what it was.
Yeah, obviously now the head explosion and the splattering against the window where the kids are in the furniture store.
Yeah, so
now they're freaked out. Now they got to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yep. So this is the point where now the shit hits the fan, and now we got 45 minutes of cat and mouse with these Johnny Five stormtroopers shooting 1 million fat lasers a second and missing.
How the fuck they miss? Right? They get Susie Slater in the head explosion, right? And then they can't fucking touch any of these guys that are really kind of grouped together, right? They're not missing in any way.
Yeah, you're telling me not a leg or like that one totally hit him in the ass. I'm sorry, just because he didn't react. This just makes me want to watch Birdemic again with the shooting.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of the movie, obviously,
if I had to completely trash something about it, yeah, that had to make the lasers smaller because, like I said, they were almost like high-tech fireballs. They were like large.
They were huge.
It was like 2 at a time.
It's like, how the hell are you missing them?
And it's like machine gun level firing here. It's just like, it's just raining lasers at everyone. And unless they're going for a specific kill, none of them hit. Or no, I guess Allison takes a shot to the leg later on. Yeah, so they're running around. Of course, again, it's the 80s. It's a mall. So they basically have an Army-Navy surplus level gun store in the mall to where they get a high selection of
artillery
firearms.
Yeah. So they actually
is that a AK there?
I love it when they're at this part and they're like, "Oh my god, is that blood?" And they said, "Yeah, it's robot blood." It's like, all right, okay.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Like,
it's not transmission fluid. It's robot blood, right?
It's probably hydraulic fluid.
Yeah, it's hydraulic fluid.
Yeah, so they do decide to split up. The guys decide they're going to go arm up, and the girls should go hide safe and disappear into the air ducts. And I guess they fire.
They get to a hardware store.
They fire up the heat. So now it's they're going through the ducts, and the aluminum's burning them, or tin, or whatever.
Oh my god, it's burning.
Yeah. Yeah, our girl Susie there is she's very, very concerned about, what was it, Greg?
Oh, her boyfriend?
And she's like, I really, really, really think he needs me. So she convinces them all to come out, and they just happen to pop out of a vent through the hardware store, which may or may not come up again later.
Oh, they get some gasoline.
Yeah, so while they're in there, they stock up. And that's the other thing. I understand you go into a hardware store, you buy gas cans, but I don't think I've ever bought one full. I don't know if that was a thing in the 80s or if that was just...
Why, get a full gas can in a store?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
So either that was an 80s thing or it was just an 80s movie thing.
I think it was an 80s movie thing. I don't think that even was a thing.
Yeah, I can't imagine walking... Because you...
Paint thinner's one thing, right?
Yeah, but that's all sealed. I'm sorry, a gas can, it does need some level of ventilation, and if you have a whole shelf of them...
It was 80s movie. I mean, what they did, they shot this movie after hours. They were only allowed to shoot this movie after hours,
which I guess is
they were on a small budget.
Yeah,
right. I think they filmed this movie right before or right after Commando or something.
Yeah, I was going to say it was right around the same time, and maybe they alternated nights or something, or
right. So they had to shoot after hours. They had to have everything cleaned up by like 9 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
So that was the only way they could do it, and they filmed it within 3 weeks.
Yeah, like 20-something days.
Yeah.
I think it was 20 days in the mall and then a couple, like 2-3 days
outside
other places. Yeah. Again, like the rest of the movie is just a lot of, trying to plot how can they take them out, because, the one scene where they stock up on guns, but
they
then
got propane.
They get propane tanks. So, of course, they do the old throw one at the foot of one of these robots and blast it, and it does blow to shit, thus leading to they're standing over it, and they haven't learned yet. When you kill the bad guy, you don't hover over them talking about it, but that's when they found
you got to double tap, don't they know that?
The robot blood. Well, they needed the other tank for something else. So it turns out it just disabled this robot for a while. It's not like dead yet.
Oh, it comes back to life.
Yeah, it's a lot of running around, a lot of plotting, and then obviously a few deaths in the mix. So you get to the point where the girls catch up to the guys and they're like, what the fuck? You were supposed to get out of here. Because I think they had a plan. If you go through the ducts, it'll bring you out to like such and such level and you can get out of here. But they didn't do that. So then you get...
to stay back for their guys.
Again, it was like the second or third actual hit from one of these lasers. But you got Susie. She's carrying her gas can and she's running away from one of these robots. And then, what was it? Got her in the leg, right?
Susie was Barbara Crampton,
yes.
Not Susie Slater. Right. She's
dead
at this point, yeah.
Character Susie,
yeah.
So, I forgot. Yeah, when they get their pre-filled gas cans, they grab some rags. They're making very large Molotov cocktails.
Oh, and by the way, they use a flare that...
Oh, yeah, Chekhov's gun. Allison decides, road flares. I'm going to take one and stick it down my shirt. Yeah. This may or may not allegedly come up later.
Yeah, Kelly always thinking. But
now, do you think she was planning at the time, or was she just thinking with all of her friends making out like a half hour ago that she's just thinking how she ain't been titty fucked in a long time?
I mean, she might have been mildly upset.
Yeah, because Ferdy, like, he's definitely into her.
She's definitely into him.
They definitely have a moment where they kiss while they were hanging out watching Corman movies, but he was very respectful. So, like, they definitely, as we were talking about the sister chemistry and all, like, these two came off as, like, an adorable couple. Like, the nerdy types, but they
played well for the movie.
Yeah, they definitely seemed like they were into each other. Not just, hey, this is what it says in the script. Like, no, they seemed like they would have made, a cute couple. So, now they're rigging propane.
All over the mall.
Particularly the Commando elevator.
Yeah.
It's a trap! There you go. Here comes Johnny Point 5 again, and
fucking Crampton trips and falls.
Yeah,
and it's like laying there and doesn't know where to go and move, and basically they try to like light up one of the gasoline cans and kick it towards the robot. It has no effect on the robot, and I love how fucking Crampton like jump scares like the fucking gas can hitting the robot.
Yeah,
like it scared the shit out of her, but. Yeah, the robot keeps coming. This one trips, and the robot ends up shooting a laser that lights up the gas can that Barbara Crampton's holding, and she becomes a crispy Crampton.
Yeah, there you go. There's a second time one of these...
The laser.
The barrage of lasers connects.
She's trying to swim on the floor to try and get away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I'm sure it really, really hurts, but how about if you let go of the gas can, maybe shove it a little bit?
Yeah.
It's another case of she was asking for it.
Yeah. I mean, the rest of the movie is kind of crazy. Obviously Barbara gets burned up to a crisp.
Yeah, definitely the second. Well, I'd say between this and the head explosion are definitely the best kills of the whole movie. The fact that, because this was at a period also where it wasn't completely uncommon to do the I don't know if it's CG'd, but where they do the overlay of flames. Like, I remember, what was it? I think Amityville 3, where they did the house on fire, and it's very blatant. Like, they superimposed like a fireplace over top. Like, you could tell.
Okay.
It was flames.
I don't remember Amityville 3,
but I remember in the 80s a lot, where if you had a house on burning down for like the final shot, you could tell it was, like I said, like they took one of those transparent films of like a fireplace and just put it over the film. But the fact that they actually torched the body for this, they got a stunt person to come in and take the hit. Like, other than the lasers, they kept this movie completely practical.
Right.
And so, like, serious props to that.
Yeah, they, I mean, these robots were still relentless.
So here we go. Here's my multiverse. That's why I was asking before, what was Reg and Sam's, what branch was their dad in?
Oh, Marine or...
Because... So they got the propane tanks rigged on top of the elevator. They trapped one of the robots into the elevator. Now everybody's opening fire on these propane tanks.
And guess who's familiar with using a gun?
And why?
Because her father was in the military, right?
Her dad was a Marine.
Yeah.
Or her dad is a Marine.
Yeah.
And they were like, nice shot.
Right. So once again,
so
good gun skills.
Yeah.
In Night of the Comet, right? And now good gun skills.
I'm going to have to ask at next con.
Choppy Mall.
I'm going to have to talk to her. Like, she was a good shot, at the very least, in these two movies.
Nice shot.
And, yeah, and then she says, oh, my dad's a Marine. So that's why I'm wondering. But I think it might have been more of a special ops thing. You know, Sam's dad was in, but still, that she played the daughter of a military person. And, you know, who knows? These two could be in the same universe. Maybe this was just before the comic came. Because technically, this movie is the year that Haley's comic came. So even though Night of the Comic came out first, maybe it was in the future, like late 86. Yeah, for a second, when I was watching this, I'm like, is she on an iPhone? But I forgot, 80s. Everybody has a calculator.
What's the movie of the poster in the background?
Oh, the Corman movie?
And guess who was... Guys, look at the name by her hair. Agnes Scrim. Right midway through where her hair is. It's kind of creepy.
Like in the cluster of names?
Yeah, there's Agnes Scrim right behind him. Right behind her hair.
Oh.
So he must have been in the Corman movies before.
I mean, obviously, everybody knows him as a tall man, but still, he was acting a lot. Oh, yeah, there he is. As Dr. Dre or something like that? I don't know. The Lost Empire, whatever Angus Scrimm played in The Lost Empire.
Right. Yeah, and at this point, they kind of got like, okay, now we're just going to kill robots. What's going to happen?
Yeah.
How do we get to the end? It's kind of like,
Yeah, unfortunately, it's like, the movie keeps moving. Like, for the most part, it again, it's a lot of cat and mouse, but then they'll have those brief windows of like 5 minutes or less where they escape long enough and then they have a little conversation, and, you know, I don't know if it necessarily helps you feel more for any of the characters, but then they come up with a plan, expose themselves to the robots, another one gets picked off, and then repeat. And then you get to where, yeah, they all get picked off, and then it's down to Allison and Ferdy, and what was it? Like, did Ferdy get shot or did he get, like, hit?
I forget. It was one of the two.
But, yeah, either way, he goes down, and you just see blood on the floor. And so now you just have Allison, and she eventually...
running all over the friggin' mall.
Yeah.
Trying to outmaneuver and get away from this fucking robot.
Yeah, she got a little bit of stunt work in. She did the old
She did all her stunts in this, apparently.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me that she had some badassery behind the scenes, but I can't imagine, though, for that drop. Yeah, that was definitely a stunt person. Yeah, you got, the other trope of climbing over a railing, dangling over from the second floor over the first floor of the mall there, and to hide away and lose her grip. Luckily, there was a canopy underneath her to break the fall a little bit. So she eventually creeps her way into the pet store, which is where the real terror of this movie came in for me.
Was it the tarantulas?
No, it was the other one. The more slithery one that went up her pants as the tarantulas were climbing on her head.
Would it be a snake?
Yep. But yeah, she goes into the pet store, and
I think it might have been trouser.
Yeah, well, it was by the end of this movie. Yeah, so she crawls underneath a shelf and grabbed a large bag of some pet food, I'm assuming dog food, but to conceal herself. Eventually the final robot. Oh, so I guess it's important to mention that two of the robots went down. One of them, oddly enough, they were hiding next to him or behind a mirror. Now, these lasers are blowing shit up. These are exploding heads. But it shoots a mirror and it deflects back and blows itself up.
Yeah.
The other one, I forget how the other one... Or no, the one they took out in the elevator.
We got the elevator, the one that shot back at itself, and then...
Yeah, so then you're down to the one, and so she's hiding under the shelf. The robot comes in.
So Allison, who plays... Kelli Mallroney playing Allison, she does get hit with the laser.
Yeah, she takes a shot to the leg as well. And yeah, I mean, she took a beating, but, took a licking, kept on ticking, for all you old people. And she kept quiet long enough. The robot took a quick scan. Apparently the dog food was enough to conceal her hiding out down there. So it starts to take off. I guess it was the tarantulas and all hanging on her, but she managed to break out of there. Snuck her way on back to the hardware store. Threw all that oil-based paint all over the place.
Oil-based paint
turpentine thinner. Yeah, paint thinner, just every chemical possible, and just threw it all over the place. Enough to gain this robot's attention. There were some pretty colors too she threw on there. It was a shame that she mixed it and just made it like a muddy color. Yeah, the robot comes in. She does the old snuck around and got outside the store.
And pulls out the flare. She shoved down her shirt.
Yeah, and funny enough, as military grade looking these robots are, apparently if you pour enough chemicals on the ground, the tank tracks no longer have traction.
Yeah, it slips around in circles.
So now it's doing a burnout in the middle of the hardware store, and our girl Allison takes her little brassiere stash and fires the road flare right into the fucking store, blowing it to shit.
It says, "Have a nice day," and then throws it right.
Oh, yeah. Well, again, you can't have the final kill without a catchphrase. And just throwing it back in them, because it was always, "Thank you, have a nice day. When you are under arrest."
When I was at a convention last year, I ended up buying Return of the Living Dead poster. It was like more of a comic poster. I bought the Choppy Mall poster.
Oh, yeah.
And Chud. But when I met Kelli Mallroney at New Jersey HorrorCon. I ended up taking that there, and she ended up writing on "Have a nice day" and signing it, her name. So.
Oh, so you did get her to sign that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, all right.
Yep. So I had taken that, and yeah.
Did you ever get sleeves for those? Because I got 2 or 3 of them, and
no, those are a different size. So
and didn't you say there was something like $30 a piece or something ridiculous?
It's a different size than the normal cover available sleeve. So I actually have to buy a picture frame, but I did have Kelly sign it. I figured, one day hopefully to meet Barbara Crampton, have Barbara Crampton sign it as well.
Yeah, because I got Return of the Living Dead 3 just because for reasons.
Mindy Clark.
And I got Reanimator, and I'm trying to think of what the other one I got was. But yeah, that guy's got a ton of great shit.
The Return of the Living Dead one is the one I got recently at a con that had all the whole cast sign it.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty dope.
Yeah, the comic guy and the mashup guy, like, they're just the worst things that could happen to someone's bank account at any of these cons.
But Kelly was great when we met her, last year. Just talking about Choppy Mall a little bit. She seems to love her fans, love she's very appreciative of the movies that she's been able to do, and
yeah, she's another one like Linnea. It's just like she's grateful for the career she had.
Yep.
And appreciative that people still want to meet her to this day, and appreciate all the wonderfulness. And she didn't have to get nearly as naked as Linnea, but it was she was fucking amazing in the 80s.
I mean, this was a big leading role for her to do this movie. This is definitely another fun movie. This is a lot of cheese.
Oh, yeah.
The jokes, the comments, going up against these robots, trying to outwit them coming back. Now you got to get creative on how you're going to get rid of them, because you can't get out, right? The mall's locked down.
Oh, yeah, that was the other thing they mentioned. I guess when you buy 3 robots, you get free blast doors from Star Wars, like just these steel...
Right.
Like just armored bunker doors. And I guess that was the difference. When the mall closes, the robots are engaged until the cleaning crew's done, and then they seal all the steel doors. And unfortunately for our 8 friends, the shit didn't hit the fan. They didn't become aware of the chaos that was going on until just after the steel doors were shut. So
it was like Skinamarink. You can't get out.
Yeah. Most of the eyes stayed intact in this one.
It's the fucking laser beams that sometimes gets me in this movie.
Yeah,
right?
Like I said, if there was...
One's got green laser beams, another one's got pink laser beams, another one's got blue laser beams.
And like I said, if I had a trash... And like even the cheesy because there's a few times where you have electrocutions going on in this. Like as cheesy as it is, like I'm fine with it, but the fucking lasers, like I said, if I had to rip into this movie, that would be the one thing.
Yeah.
Just because they're shooting too many for everyone to have not been dead in the first 15 minutes of the movie. So.
Right. Oh my God, the electrocutions.
Oh
the laser
my
shots.
God.
And it's just funny. It's the arms go up on the robots, just like Johnny Five in Short Circuit. Yeah, they go up. It's like
they're doing a little jig before they explode.
Yeah. I mean, listen, so this came out in 86.
Yeah.
Right. So we're almost 39 years old, the movie. So Short Circuit came out in 85. I remember going to see Short Circuit as a kid. Right?
I don't. So I can't remember if I saw that one in the theater.
I remember my dad took me to the Eric Theater in Stratford, New Jersey, in front of Bradley's. So I remember going there. So I'm 3 or 4 years old at that time, going to the Eric Theater to go see Short Circuit. I guess that's why this movie kind of grew on me as well.
Yeah, because again, like how nowadays you got like the Pooniverse, where you're taking like all these childhood or family-friendly IPs and let's make a slasher out of it. And so, in a sense, this was ahead of its time. Hey, that fun movie that everyone loved last year, let's make them
Johnny Five is alive.
Same thing, but they're killers.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a fun concept. Listen, I was drawn to this cheese as a teenager when I rented this from the video store. I enjoyed it at that time. I can't say like this had a big effect on me in my heart, like when I was growing up and watching horror movies. So I have an appreciation for it. As I go back and I watch this through the years, and I'll watch it from time, at least once a year, I'll watch this movie, Shopping Mall. I like it, but it's a movie I put it in the background. It's not like one I pay attention to anymore.
Yeah,
but
and you kind of don't have to, because again, aside of the 2 kills,
there's not much that goes into this movie other than robots are taking over the mall. All
right, maybe the orgy in the beginning. You might want to watch that too. But
the kids shouldn't have been having an orgy, right? If they would have just left and had a party outside the mall, the robots don't fucking get them, and Dick Miller's the only one that gets killed.
Yeah.
So.
You know what? Yeah. Before we, because I feel like we're wrapping up on this, but I almost forgot about the big surprise. So she have a nice day, blows the shit out of the hardware store, eliminating the last robot, and then as she's just limping her way back to, I guess the main courtyard of the
mall
thing or whatever, out comes Ferdy. He was just knocked out. He was not killed. Once again, Kelli Mallroney finds love and walks off into the sunset.
How would you rate this movie out of 10, Dave?
This I'd probably put more like a 5, maybe a 5.5.
Yeah, I think I'm right there.
I definitely like Night of the Comic better, even though this was more horror. But yeah, I just had a lot more fun with Night of the Comet. Or maybe there's just more nostalgia attached to that one over this, because this one, like aside of this week, I've probably seen it maybe 5 times total.
All right.
Like ever. I saw it more than once in the 80s. But since then, not so much. It was one I remember watching. I remember overall having a decent time with it. But it was never one I was completely drawn to, like, I gotta go back and see that.
Right.
Like even, because I know some of these cons, if there's somebody I want to meet, and it's just like, oh yeah, you know what? There's that one movie of theirs I liked, and I'm going to rewatch it just to freshen up on it. Had I done that when we knew we were going to meet Kelli, like, I would absolutely watch Night of the Comet.
Right.
This I might have, maybe threw on at 1.5 speed or something. Like, this isn't a go-to Kelli Mallroney movie for me, even though you got Barbara. you get the double dose of 80s royalty. Right. That's another thing I love about her in this, because Night of the Comet seems so natural, again, for her to be that just free, not ditzy, but just very carefree. That seemed truer to her personality, to where it's like, all right, I could easily see her being typecast that way,
right?
Of playing that Samantha type character. She's very serious in this. Like, she's playful in the sense of, she's hanging out with her friends and all, but this is more of a Regina style character she's playing in this one.
Right.
So I'm glad that she didn't go full into, just gonna play the fun-loving blonde and everything. She took a more badass role in this. Like, I feel like in Night of the Comet, she just made it through, but couldn't have done it on her own. Whereas this, she
had to make it on her own in order to survive.
I've heard a few people reference, like, oh yeah, she's the Sarah Connor of this movie, and in a sense, yeah, because just an average person that got thrown in a fucked up situation, and she ended up prevailing. And if you go by the first Terminator, like, Sarah Connor she survived the movie.
Yeah.
And got put in a situation where she was able to take it out. It is very similar to this. This just wasn't as, this just never hit as huge as Terminator.
I think I'm there with you, Dave. I think I would give it's like a 5.5 for me. Exactly the same way.
Yeah,
I think
I liked it, but
Yeah, you know what? It got some points as like, yeah, okay, that was fun. And then it kind of died out for a little bit in the movie where I think Night of the Comet really had me going. I think Night of the Comet was a lot of fun, a lot of crazy stuff happening, but it was very lighthearted at times, and it kept moving.
Maybe it dwelled enough again on like the relationship. I forgot there was multiples.
Dave seeing the snakes crawling all over.
I don't know. I guess there's just something. It's more of like a comfort movie with Comet.
Yeah.
Whereas this, if I check it out like once a decade, like I'm fine.
Yeah, and I feel the same way. Like I said, if it's on, I'll watch it. I don't mind.
This was one I definitely wanted to watch with.
I think it says Cockstar.
Cockstarter. I never noticed that.
Yeah, I saw that when I was rewatching that the other day, and I was trying to get it paused and send a picture to you. But I was like, yeah, hopefully we'll have it on. But hey, listen, I mean, these are
those Funko Pops behind it?
They were the OG Funkos,
yeah.
Action figures and toys. But for Kelli Mallroney, this is her core. These two movies, right? Night of the Comet, Choppy Mall. She's huge in the horror community, and she's very loved, and she has a lot of she gets that cult following for her.
Yeah,
but
and like you said, like she's totally cool with her contributions and loves the fact that people love her for this.
Can I ask you a question?
I mean, always.
Okay.
I can't promise.
Kelli Mallroney in Night of the Comet, Kelli Mallroney in Chopping Mall, or Kelli Mallroney in Rat Chad's Revenge, Scare Package 2?
I still might go with Comet. It just, there's just something about Samantha. I don't know what it is. And it wasn't even because, I have no shame. I'd be like, oh, you know how much I jerked off to her back in the day and all that. It was never that. She was just cool and just, like, again, like she was cool, but she had this sweetness about her. And, I mean, definitely there was an attraction, but it was never to the point, like, if I had a Kelli Mallroney poster, like, I would have picked Samantha Fox over it any time.
Oh, yeah.
But there's just something adorable about her. And like I said, there's something about her look where she could have easily played the ditzy, slutty blonde in all these movies, and she didn't. And that's, like, kind of awesome. Like, she's hot in a wholesome way.
Right.
Oh, I was wondering what was poking my ribs.
It's this flair. You can also find Kelli Mallroney in Scream Queen Hot Tub Party.
I did not see that. Ooh, who else is in this one?
Oh, everybody's in it. You got Linnea. You got Roxanne Cornyn, who was, I think it was Critters 2? Critters 1? No, Critters 2. Critters 2?
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah. It's where he looks at the Playboy book, and then he turns into the hot chick, and that's her. But
oh, that was the other one. The whole thing in the beginning.
Stevens.
In the beginning, where you got the guy in the control booth.
Yeah.
The first guy to get taken out. And
he's got the Playboy.
Another 80s staple. Was it even that, or did he just whip out a centerfold?
It's a center. It was a centerfold.
He had a magazine, but there was like a folded up piece of paper in the middle there, and
that's another. Yeah, you're right. That's an 80s staple for everything.
Yeah, it was no matter what was going on. Like, you always had this person in an official position, and they always had something to spank to. It was usually a centerfold.
It was always a centerfold up in the background or something.
Yeah, either that or watching the. Or watching workout videos from the mid 80s.
Yeah, Linnea's.
Hey girls,
how's it going? But yeah, I think that's what she was nude. I think the Scream Queen Hot Tub Party, she was nude in it, and it's a short video from 1991. I think it might have been our first nude scene in a movie.
I didn't even know this was the thing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Linnea's in it, so I know about it. Just saying.
I mean, I've heard that. I've heard those words. To the point where I can't imagine at no point this has never been brought to my attention, but I can't remember like at all. So
and look who
I might have to allegedly look into it.
Look who one of the writers is and one of the directors.
Yeah. Well,
Jim Wynorski.
So that's cool. Like, when a lot of, especially like indie directors, when they find a group that they get along with, they keep bringing them back. So that like makes sense. Yeah. So that's our Kelli Mallroney double feature.
Which was fun.
Our Kelli Mallroney Sherman Oaks
yeah.
double feature.
A triple feature if you go back to Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I go through when I'm at work, we often mention movies here and there, and I think I brought up Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I said something about it's like that Phoebe Cates moment, and somebody at work says, "Who the hell's Phoebe Cates?"
And you just feel the grays coming through.
Right, and it's just it's
how the hell do you not?
And then what do I say? Right, it's just like, okay, like I can't, dude. Just do your due diligence and just YouTube.
She was a Kardashian of the '80s,
right?
Like,
right, and it's crazy that how old we are. I mean, I grew up watching Fast Times. I owned the VHS. I bought the DVD. You know,
and some, even though she kind of vanished by the '90s, but yeah, I guess it just shows.
She married Kevin Kline.
Like, it just shows how old we are. There was something timeless about her that it felt like all generations are at least going to have heard of her.
Right.
And, yeah, I guess it never happened.
And it's like the impact of the Phoebe Cates, right? She ended up doing Gremlins after that, which is an all-time classic for me.
Yeah, and it's, weird. Like, you had this handful of, like, oh, my God, they're going to be, like, huge forever. And, yeah, a lot of them, like, fizzled out by... most of them didn't make it through the 90s.
Yeah.
And it's like you were saying, like with Catherine, like how did she not make it to the new millennium?
Right.
And maybe not full-blown A-lister, but at least everyone knew of her.
Right.
And now it's just like, oh yeah, that girl from a couple soap operas and Night of the Comet.
Right.
And Weekend at Bernie's. It's like, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yay, we finally got our first episode together out of the way.
And hopefully we do some of this more double feature cheese, right? Yeah,
we have some ideas for one, possibly two more of these, and that's probably what we're going to run with. Pick, I think the go-to is going to be 80s cheese. Maybe figure out a double feature with some commonality to it. I'm assuming a lot of times it'll probably be like an actor or actress. We have like dumb senses of humor, so I'm sure we'll think of alternative connections as well if we keep this going enough.
You never know.
Yeah, we'll find some dumb stretch of a connection between things just as an excuse to watch two specific movies.
I think that Night of the Comet also came up last year for the 40th anniversary we were looking to cover at one point, and I think we ended up doing Chud at that moment, and some other people weren't on board maybe to do Night of the Comet, but I think this was fun to kind of go back and watch this, and also go back and watch Chopping Mall. I mean, Chopping Mall will have its 40th anniversary next year.
Yeah.
It was 1986, so...
Made sense to do right between two movies with anniversaries.
And it's crazy because you see the popularity of Barbara Crampton being in Chopping Mall.
Yeah.
Right? You don't realize that she's even in it.
Everybody's go-to seems to be
it's Reanimator and
maybe From Beyond.
Yeah.
But... yeah, this is like one of those like underdogs. Like it seems like a lot of people remember her from this, but you don't hear a lot about it.
No, and this was Kelly's movie. This was Kelly Mallroney's movie.
Absolutely.
For my reasons, I'll pick Night of the Comet over this and Chopping Mall.
Yeah.
But they were fun to go back and watch. I saw them at different times in my life,
but yeah, if you're looking for like a fun 80s. Yeah, I guess technically horror movies and all, they're both still fun watches.
Yeah.
And, don't take our ratings as like, it sucked. Like, they're both above average by our standards.
Right.
And obviously if we graded off pure nostalgia, it'd probably be way higher, but they're fun. And like I said, if you know someone out there that is on the fence about even getting into horror, I feel like they're both good gateway things. Like, there's nothing really hardcore about it, but enough that, there could be an incremental step from there, and next thing you know, they're watching, like me, going to sleep watching Serbian film and Human Centipede 3 and
I just like
Irreversible and Audition.
I just like going to, when I used to, when I'm away, I usually put a Tubi on and I fall asleep, and I always like, what am I going to wake up to this time? Right?
it's like Christmas Eve all over again.
Right, and it's fucking nuts. You start seeing shit that it goes back into the 70s, and you're like, fuck, man, I didn't know this movie existed, or hey, I didn't know this movie existed in the 80s, and it's just fun to kind of,
or just something you're so removed from. It's like, oh shit, I forgot that even came out.
Like, oh my god, this is fucking Christopher Reeve in a horror movie with Kirstie Alley. I didn't know that fucking existed, or something along those lines.
I thought you were going to bring up Death Trap.
I think it was Village of the Damned or something. I don't know, one of those movies. But it's just crazy to wake up and be like, oh, I never even knew this movie existed, or something along those lines. But definitely fun. This is definitely cheese of the 80s, so check it out if you haven't checked it out. I know we probably spoiled it shit out of it. Spoiler alert.
Again, in the ballpark of 40 years each. Yeah.
Well deserved. Have
but
their
it's
moment.
not. But these weren't movies with twists or anything.
No,
So
there was no storyline to Choppy Mall other than the fucking robots on the loose.
Yeah. Security droids.
fucked up evil robots, security robots on the loose.
They were like the mouse droids on the Death Star with less charisma.
Yeah. Good point. All right. Well, this has been fun. Dave, thank you.
Yes, thank you. It's great to be back in studio, and because, again, with everybody's vacation schedule, I'm not sure when I'm going to get to be down here again, so
yeah.
Good times. Yeah, everyone out there, if you have another pairing you would like to hear us discuss,
give us some 80s cheese.
Yeah.
Bring on the 80s cheese. Double feature it for us.
And also, because it's not super time sensitive, but getting close enough that, again, going back to those 2 cons, or if somebody has something else outside of the Jersey area that they would recommend me checking out, drop us a message on excellentdayforapodcast.com. Any final words there, Danny?
I don't have any other than I think I'm done for the night.
And I'm spent.
I feel like Mike after Susie Slater. I'll go get you those cigarettes, Dave.
I gotta recharge anyway.
All right, man.
All right, toodle.
Peace.
Broadcast completed.
You've been listening to What an Excellent Day for a Podcast. Be sure to come on down to excellentdayforapodcast.com, where you'll find our entire catalog. And for your convenience, every episode contains a link where you can text the nerds. Want to throw some praise? Some critique? Perhaps you have a suggestion for a topic you'd like to see us tackle. But while you think about that, you could also check out the connections to all of our socials, including our YouTube channel. Give all them a visit. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with everybody you know. And for those feeling a little extra generous, there's also a button where you can support the show in other ways. Every bit of support helps. Well, that's it for this episode. And remember, stay creepy and keep talking some damn horror.